In 2003, a 25-year-old woman from Adelaide, Australia went for a walk in the Outback desert that was basically her backyard. In Australia, the Outback is never far away, no matter where you are. Her mind wandered off as she was enjoying the beautiful sunshine and the cozy 40+ degrees Celsius weather of this late summer day. After about 2 miles, she heard a hissing, scratching and jumping noise in the distance. She knew right away she was in trouble. The much-feared Tarantula-Kangaroo-Cobra was on the prowl, and she was on his menu. Oh no, she thought, what to do? She looked around for help or any signs of civilization, but found herself in the middle of fucking nowhere. Not even Outback truckers were around to save her. So she picked up her feet and tried to find a tree she could climb up for shelter. Try finding a tree in the desert. It is useless. The sound of the TKC was coming nearer fast as it was galloping on its 8 legs. Adele was running aimlessly in circles by now, trying to outrun the wild animal. Fear was making her heart pump like crazy and adrenaline was rushing through her body. She turned her head around and for the first time she could see the beast. Its head looked like a cobra snake, the torso was kangaroo-like, and the legs were no doubt those of a tarantula. She had never seen this fucked up creature in person before, only in documentaries. As the wild steps grew closer, she ran out of breath and stopped, thinking this is it. The TKC started running circles around her. This is a common tactic of this animal. With her head spinning, she tried running again, but immediately fell over. That's when the TKC made its move and attacked poor Adele. He bit her twice in the neck and straight in the face, then retreated out of sight to wait for the venom to overwhelm Adele's body. If only she had one of our today's sponsors' tube of Tarantula-Kangaroo-Cobra bite be gone. After a few minutes, Adele was not able to move anymore, and the TKC crept up on her again, and spun her in a cocoon and dragged her off to his web. He placed her in the giant web spun between 2 trees and stormed off again to stalk his next prey. Hours passed and Adele was getting weaker. She was thirsty and in pain from the venom. The sun set and darkness was falling. In spite of feeling like shit, she felt that she could move her fingers a little bit again. Ever so slowly she reached in her pocket to grab her Swiss Army knife. She's been a fan of MacGyver all of her life, and the knife was a gift from Richard Dean Anderson himself. She started cutting through the thick webbing and managed to cut out a hole big enough for her to slip out of. She landed on the ground with a big thud. Oh, she thought. If the cobra kangaroo thing was close, it must have heard. But she was in luck. Slowly she dragged herself over the ground in total darkness. She was feeling a little better by now, and she remembered the stars her dad told her about when she was a kid. Adele managed to navigate through the night by the stars alone, and after 5 hours of grueling crawling through the desert, she came upon a gas station. The sun was up by then, and the owner of the gas station was just opening up. He came upon her practically half-dead body, and rushed her to the hospital right away, where she was treated for snake poisoning and dehydration. She was released 3 days later and vowed to never set foot in the desert again. What would you do in a situation like this? Do you carry a Swiss Army knife like Adele? Let us know in the comments section. And if you liked this video, why not give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing?